Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's good?
What's good, everybody? Welcome back.
We're back. Say Like a Champ, episode 84 today.
Absolutely.
We appreciate y'all rocking with us on this lovely Tuesday evening. How are you doing, Strizzy?
Always, man. I'm great, man. I don't know. It's been really good, really busy. Just trying to stay as busy as I can, man. You know what I'm saying? This way, stay out of trouble. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah, man. I'm doing good, man. How about you? How was your week?
I'm doing well. Week's good so far. You know what I'm saying? Just it's crazy how fast time's flying. That's for sure. That's for sure. April already.
I know.
And lots of stuff going on. Baseball season started. That's dope. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. That's for sure.
Always.
But as we always do on this intro, you know, we got to do the YouTube stuff. We appreciate y'all liking, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. Turn those notifications on.
And we love the comments and stuff. We got some people checking in. We got moms in the building already.
Oh, yeah, and Kelly.
What's good? What's good? And Kelly too. Welcome, welcome. We appreciate y'all being here with us. All right, so I think that's enough with all the promo type stuff. Anything else you want to say before we kick this thing off?
Nope. I'm trying to get some more people to come in. We're good to go, man. Let's get it popping.
All right, let's get it. All right, and we back again.
Yes, sir.
Like we said, Say Like a Champ, episode 84. About to get it popping. But before we get into our little roundabout, before we do our week in sports, we got to welcome in a big part of the show, and that would be Mr. Marcus, super producer. What's good?
What up, fellas? It's been a while, man, like 2 weeks.
I know, fam. Hey, staying busy out there or what?
Yeah, a little bit. Something, you know? I'm happy to be back on here with y'all, though.
Oh, yes, we appreciate the time, as always, yes. And yeah, we know you stay busy. We've been seeing your Instagram stories and stuff. You've been doing photo shoot after photo shoot. I really just loving what you're doing, man. And even hooked up the twins this weekend, so I appreciate that, man. Did a little family shoot, so that was awesome, man. I really appreciate you, and you're great at what you do. You know, we already know that, but you can say it again. Always. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. One other thing, though, I see a lot of slackers joining in. We appreciate y'all in the building. What's good? What's good? But one thing I wanted to do before we got into our sports things, I just was kind of get your temperature on this. It's April, you know, April 1st was last week. And I want to know, do y'all go in for the April Fool's jokes, or how do you feel about that?
I'm not with the gimmicks. All right, hold up,
see, there's a prank right now. No,
piece of man. Nah, I actually forgot it was April Fool's, because I was like, today's April Fool's, huh? Back in the day, we used to do it, but I don't know. This year, I don't think I seen anything, but there's one. I seen that one thing. I think Myra sent, so that was it. But
yeah,
nah, it's not that big of a deal. I guess when we get older.
Right. Yeah, I just was curious about that, because I usually don't really do the prank stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm usually a little bit more serious, but so I just wanted to see if anybody got pranked out there or whatever, or anybody kind of goes out for that. So.
No, it's St. Patrick's Day too. You get pinched on green, like don't touch me.
Hey, I'm Irish, so I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh really?
Put on a little green, yeah, exactly, yeah.
No, but I ain't with that pinching stuff. I ain't got no green on.
No, I feel you. Not everybody participates. You know what I'm saying?
I know you had the Irish in you though. That's good to know, man.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of diverse over here. You know what I'm saying? So. I gotta keep that rep, you know what I'm saying? So I do that, but I just wear a little green, you know, just a little something, nothing too serious. But that's what's up. All right, well, a couple more things. Grace jumping in. Hello. She said pranks are fun.
Yeah, if you doing them with somebody, now when they come on you.
Greatest livable prankster.
Yeah, exactly. But like Marcus said, if you're doing them on somebody, maybe, but not when it's coming back on you. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. But that's what's up with that. May San Diego may or may not be joining us. She'll probably be joining us in a little bit. But we'll go ahead and jump into our first topic of the week. Let's get it. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk.
Let's get it.
All right. NFL Talk. You know we're deep in the off season.
Yeah.
Still plenty of stuff happening. The biggest news, we want to get straight to it. Strizzy being the Panther fan, we got to know how you feel about this. The Panthers trade three picks in total, but nothing too serious to the Jets for Sam Darnold. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, all right. So we talked a little bit about this yesterday, but I guess now it's on record. You know what I'm saying? To me, I do feel like Sam Darnold will be a better Panther than he ever was a Jet. We have a way better organization. We have a way better coaching staff. We have way more talent than he's ever had. You know, he's linking back with Robbie Anderson, so you know he's got a familiar face that he's already used to playing with. But you know what I mean? Like in my opinion, as far as like just being able to throw the ball downfield, he's been a game manager his entire career as well. I mean, just last year, and I think it was attempts farther than like 20 yards, something like that. Him and Teddy Bridgewater are literally like neck and neck. They're literally right under each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's almost like we're getting the same exact quarterback. But the biggest thing to me that kind of like disappointed me a little bit, I felt like it's a little premature. We're only about 2 weeks out of the draft. We have no idea what's going on. Atlanta just popped up talking about their fourth pick is, up in the air. So, if anything, like we could have used those picks, maybe even traded our first round pick to Atlanta to move up a little bit to grab a quarterback that we wanted. Because in my opinion, going after Donald already shows what I've been talking about for the last year, that Teddy's just not our guy. But I also don't believe that I don't think that they believe that Sam Darnold is their guy either. So it kind of sucks to me because granted, yes, we didn't give up too much for him. Like we still have our first round pick, but we did lose our second round pick. So in the event something crazy does happen, and let's just say Lance, or they're talking about Fields dropping now, like let's say Fields drops and he's available to us, we have to take him, or one of them. You know what I mean? And it's like we have to take him. Now we got 3 quarterbacks on our roster, and we don't have our second round pick, which is also an early second rounder. So, like, I just feel like it's a little premature. I feel like Sam Darnold still would have been there at least the first day after the trade, you know what I mean, for us to continue to go after him if we, in fact, didn't get a quarterback. So,
you're saying after the draft?
Yeah, after the first day of the draft.
But the price would go up if they waited by then. You know what I'm saying? They'd be more desperate if they already knew the result of the other thing. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with what you're saying. If there's somebody still there, they should take him. If Fields is still there, if he actually does slide, still take him. You know what you have in Darnold, because to me, Darnold's going to play better than – I think a little bit better than Bridgewater and better than any rookie coming in. Like, he didn't get a fair shake with the Jets, in my opinion. He's still got something left. So,
and that's it's definitely to me, a great pickup. I know people say, "Oh, I think it's excellent."
I think it's a sly move. Yeah,
he's better than what you got. He's better than you drop somebody. He's still gonna be better than those guys. He got time. He's been in the NFL. He gonna have weapons now. You got one of the best running backs. That's all he really need. He never had a running back. So I think getting him now is like a steal. That's why I did it so early, because after the draft, I think he'll have been gone probably by then. Because somebody probably picked him up. But for the Panthers, I think that's a great move. Like, honestly, I always liked Donald since his rookie year. I liked him. But he never had no weapons. He never had nobody really that he can kind of go. Now, he had 2 good receivers. He got a nice running back. And the defense don't kind of get better. But watch. To me, it's still, because you didn't give your first round to get him, to me.
Right. And that's where I agree with you. Like, the fact that we didn't have to give too much up to get him. Like, and I'm with you, too. Like, I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I just feel like the Jets organization for the last 3 or 4 years was like the absolute worst position any quarterback could have been in the league for the last 4 years. You know what I mean? So, like, I definitely, like I said, I definitely believe that he'll be a better Panther than he ever was a Jet. I just kind of wish he would have possibly waited. You know what I mean? Just to see what was going on.
You gotta get him. He's available.
Hey, Unc says it's tough to land a quarterback. So this gives him more options.
And I don't think no pressure. Like, Carson Wentz gonna have a lot of pressure on him going in the outfield. I don't think there's no pressure on Darnold this year because I think he's happy. Like, oh, I'm out of New York. I'm not a Jet no more. Like, thank you. You know.
Oh, dude, he threw a party. Did you see it? He threw a party. Like he threw a whole party.
It. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So getting out of there and going to a contender, I think it's gonna be dope. And he's in that he's gonna be in that division, which might come over there too. Russell. So we talk about that later, but I think it's gonna be good for him, man. So
I think so too.
I think if anybody can make something happen for him, it's gonna be Joe Brady. So we'll see what happens.
Joe Brady and Rule, man. Don't deny the Rule effect. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get one more opinion on this though. We got our permanent special guest in the building. Just landed. What's good?
We made it, baby.
Hey, you gonna shut up nachos? I seen something you over
there.
You snacking backstage. You snacking backstage. Didn't even share.
I said, okay,
cool, I'm on the wrong side.
I'm like, cool. I'm gonna keep eating until they say they're gonna.
Come on, can I get one? Can you pass it over here?
They're pineapples.
I can't have them anyway.
They're not nachos. They're
you don't do the pineapples, Marcus?
I'm allergic to pineapples, but you know.
Oh, really?
It ain't nothing crazy, you know. Your skin, it's something weird. My skin start peeling and stuff. Like, it ain't no damage, you know. It just
gotcha.
Nachos, because you said nachos. Pineapple, mean, man.
Okay, you sprinkle that first.
Is it like that like spicy stuff?
Yeah, it's like chili powder.
That's weird. I never got.
All right, well. Oh, we lost Strizzy to the chili powder. What happened with that? Oh, okay.
Oh, there it goes. I was like, what just happened? I was like, everything blacked out. I couldn't even see Myra here or hear her.
Okay, but Myra, real quick, what did you think about the Sam Darnold situation?
I think it's a great pickup for North Carolina. I'm with Unc. You cannot get a quarterback like that. I think it's a really good pickup. I think it makes the quarterback position better for them by picking him up, but I also agree that they should go after Fields if he slips down to the draft pick. I think if they do pick up the quarterback there, it just helps solidify that position for them. Like you all mentioned, they are a contender. So I think it's a great pickup. Overall, I think it's a great pickup.
Yeah, I like it. I know, Strizzy, I know you wanted more. You wanted a big splash, but you still might get it. You never know. You never know.
so Strizzy, you wanted the Fields for sure, though? Either way it go? You want him? You just want Fields on the team, or you don't really?
I think it's tough. So I feel like if we're in that position where we're rebuilding, I would have liked to have that pick if Fields would have dropped to us, right? Going forward, we got a new coach. We have a great offensive coordinator. In my opinion, one of the future great offensive coordinators in the league. But I don't necessarily 100% know yet, and maybe he'll prove me wrong. I hope he proves me wrong that Sam Darnold is that guy. Like, obviously, before all the issues, you know, I mean, if we would have been able to land, you know, like Deshaun Watson, or if we would have been able to persuade Russ to come over to our side, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's completely different. You know what I mean? But
you got to reach for the stars.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's completely different. You give up the 4 or 5 round draft picks for either one of those guys. But if we're going to be kind of starting over, we just have so much talent right now. We had a couple of injuries last year. CMC's coming back. The defense got way better towards the second part of the season. Jeremy Chin's an absolute monster. You know what I mean? And we're
all these things are positive. That's what I'm saying.
No, I completely agree. But at the same time, like we have all those weapons. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know, is Sam going to be the quarterback that everybody thought he was going to be the day he got drafted to the Jets? You know what I mean? Or is it going to continue to be kind of what we saw at the Jets? So I think now is like his real shot. You have weapons. We have a decent offensive line. If the quarterback doesn't fall, it's looking like we're going to grab offensive lineman Sewell. So look like the best offensive lineman coming out of the draft, and so like there'll be no excuses for this upcoming season.
Am I tripping? Did y'all lose Curtis Samuel? Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone. He went to the Washington team.
That's right.
I know, which is really rough. He was another one of our 1,000-yard. We have 4 1,000-yard offensive players last year.
I would just think about him and what's your other guy?
DJ Moore.
I thought it was gonna be them two, but I forgot he got left.
Yeah, DJ Moore is still a monster. That's the one thing that I am excited for, is that clearly Sam Darnold will be able to throw downfield a lot better than what Teddy has been able to do. So I'm actually most excited for DJ because dude's been like a top 3-4 receiver the last like 2 years in a row now.
Quietly, yeah.
Yeah, quietly. So it's like now you finally get someone to actually throw it to you and probably get it to you on the run. Like he's gonna score a lot more touchdowns than he has over the years. So I'm more excited for him than anything else.
Yeah. Well, the quarterback carousel continues to spin.
Yeah.
And another person still riding the whirlwind is Watson. His case count is up to 22. We spoke on this and we kind of gave our positions, and I don't like to harp on the negative stuff too much, but Unc says it, he mentioned that 22 ladies filing suit against him, but I will say, the first two women came out to speak, and it's a little bit I don't know. It was a little bit weak so far. I'm wondering where this evidence is going to come from, but now the police are getting involved, so we'll see how it goes. And definitely not taking anything away from a potential victim, but it's going to be interesting to see how this happens, because if these first two people that have spoken out so far are the strongest cases, and all the other 20 are just kind of tagging onto that, it might be something where this is a whole lot about nothing. I mean, it's a big money grab or money chase, and I hate to put it like that, but we'll see.
He will be playing this year. That's all I'm gonna say.
You think so? See, my thing is, regardless, he's set a pattern, and regardless, he's gonna have that stain on him. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how this all turns out, but
you come in, play well. We'll forget a little bit about that.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see, but hopefully, we'll see if he gets suspended and things like that.
I think he's gonna spend it. I think he might get suspended, but not the whole year though.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Understand that.
The Texans are definitely planning on life without him. Not that they were doing much of anything, anyways. But we'll see. But I don't know if you guys want to say anything else about that. But we'll just continue to watch and see how that unfolds. Basically, yeah. Strizzy, you alluded to this earlier. The Falcons are open to trading their number 4 pick. I don't know though. I think that was more because of what happened with Sam Darnold. But it looks like, I don't know, it looks like the top 3 picks are probably going to be quarterbacks. And now if somebody really wants that 4th one, the Falcons might be open to trading down. So we'll see what happens in the draft. Still a lot of time till the draft, but I like how much is happening, on the draft picks are moving already instead of waiting till the couple days before. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I think it's funny. It's like the top 3 picks are most likely definitely going to be quarterbacks. You know what I mean? But I kind of feel like the Falcons are at a point too where they probably should grab a quarterback as well. You know what I mean? Like the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks aren't bad quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Top 3 are definitely good, and then even 4 with whether you're looking more towards Trey Lance or Justin Fields, you really can't go wrong with either one. You know what I mean? So it's like.
And I still don't know.
Been the same since the Super Bowl, dog. He's been rough. So
yeah,
they gotta start looking for towards their future as well, because their team is kind of dwindling down and kind of on the reset mode. You know what I mean? Probably within the next coming season or so.
Yeah. Is it because Matt Ryan's not playing well? Is that why? Because I thought he's still been killing.
No, he hasn't really been playing very well at all, dude.
I mean, he still gets his stats if you look at it that way, but he's not really
producing.
It's going to be sooner or later. He's going to have to be.
But I'm saying, if you get in a quarterback,
still have other problems.
I'm saying they're not going to play way better than him, though. I'm saying it's
you're right. No.
Because Julio, he hasn't been playing 2 years really either. One of the best receivers. So I keep on hearing about Falcons the quarterback. I'm like, well, why? Is it?
But you can say the same almost about the Jets too. Okay, the Jets drafted quarterback. You still got a whole other problems to address.
No. What I'm saying is, I understand that part, but I'm saying Matt Ryan. To me, I'm saying I think he still can play. So, are you going to trade him to get some draft picks, or are you going to keep him there and get a quarterback? He going to be benched or something. That's what you're saying? Or
no, depending on the quarterback, you might overlap him, and you might get your guy ready for a year.
Right, and that's what I'm more thinking. I don't think they get rid of Matt Ryan. I think it's more of a let's draft a quarterback for the future. Yeah, because that team has a lot more, like you said, Marcus. That team has a lot more issues than just quarterback. Receiver play has been kind of iffy. They've tried trading Julio Jones now twice, and they just couldn't find the right trade for him. So I think they're kind of more on the lines of all right, are we looking to start revamping this team? Do we draft somebody to to sit for a year or two behind Matt Ryan. Like, what are we doing? So I think they draft their quarterback of the future too.
Yeah, I 100% agree with y'all. I think they went up to 4 to get a quarterback. And I really think it's like a Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers situation. You know, Brett Favre was kind of over there aging already. They put somebody behind him, kind of sat there behind him until he stepped into place. I think if they do go for Fields at that position, you really put yourself in position to start that whole rebuild. And who else better to rebuild your team around than a quarterback that can have the influence of a veteran like Matt Ryan to kind of develop him for the future.
Marcus didn't like it.
I just think Matt Ryan got more in the tank than Brett Favre had at the time. That's what I think. Like, who would you guys rather? Would you rather Matt Ryan or Matthew Stafford?
Matthew Stafford.
Really?
Yeah. Matthew Stafford, like, even with like no receivers, he could throw up under 5,000 yards a year.
I just thought Matt Ryan's stats was a little better. That's all. I don't know. Maybe.
Got you. You like him? That's cool.
No, it's not even about liking him. I didn't think he was done. I thought he still had at least a good 3 or 4 years.
I don't know. He definitely does. I don't think he's done. Like, if I had to, man, I don't know. It's tough. Is Matt Ryan, is he 35, 36? Is he getting up there?
Probably. It seems like it's been a while since Matt Ryan came around.
Right. And I feel like
who did he come in with? Because he came in after Aaron Rodgers, right? Or before?
Matt Ryan is 35.
35.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was that old. Okay.
How old's Ben?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Probably about the same.
47.
His body 47.
That's another people that they need another quarterback.
I'll tell you right now. Ben Roethlisberger is
39.
39.
Okay.
Just turned 39.
I'm gonna look up Matthew Stafford and see how old this guy is because
he's younger. Matthew Stafford is definitely.
Matthew Stafford came out around like what, 08 or something?
33. Matthew Stafford is 33.
Yeah, I think he came in around the same time Cam did.
So I don't know.
I think Matt Ryan, wherever he goes, he gonna show people he still got. I think he got enough in the tank.
And it still could very well be an overlapping situation, or they may trade down and go for somebody different. I don't know.
Right.
But my biggest question, I think, too, is are the 49ers, there's been speculation that they're going to draft Mac Jones. And I'm like, are they really going to draft Mac Jones? They didn't even need to do all that, what they did. So we'll see.
Right.
But
there's a very solid chance they could have stayed where they're at to get Mac Jones.
But draft is April 29th. It's exciting every year for sure. We'll be there to check it out. But that's all we really have for NFL talk. Unless you guys have anything else, I think we'll keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Who's Dallas playing for their 17th game?
The Patriots. That's who they added, which is kind of interesting.
I'm curious how that's going to be. I'm curious how both those teams are going to look next year.
On the agenda, you had I hope I ain't messing nothing up, but you had spring league. Is that got to do with NFL?
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, that's right. The spring league is something that looks like is this another development league that apparently some of their players had gone to the Alliance and the XFL and all these other like fly-by-night football leagues. They're apparently starting on May 6th and they're having like an 8-week season. It's another one of those like weird things we'll see.
I'm pretty sure John Manziel gonna be somewhere involved in this.
Johnny Manziel, he's been involved in every league, right? Every league that pops up.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna pop up some kind of way.
He's been involved in every league and kicked out of every league. So this will be another one for his belt.
Probably.
But yeah, so we'll see about that. Thank you for bringing that one up. I almost forgot about that part. We'll just see what kind of thing this is. But all right. All right, so NBA talk. Couple different things going on. You know, we're kind of the All-Star games passed. You know what I'm saying? The season, we can see it coming down. You know, the playoff race is definitely taking shape. The last kind of adjustments, roster adjustments coming in. The Clippers, they signed Boogie Cousins on a 10-day contract. I want to know what you guys' thoughts was about this.
It's safe, in my opinion. I think if he can come in there and show them that he can still somewhat play, then it's like, all right, cool. Then we'll sign you for the remainder of the year. But I mean, in the last couple of seasons, he's literally proved that he can't. So it's like, I think it's a safe bet for the Clippers.
I thought it's a waste of money. Like,
yeah, that's a waste of time. I think that's the wrong team. Maybe another team that could have used him. They don't need him. Like, that's not their style of play to go to play big like that. So I hate to say it, but 4 years ago he was to me he's like the top center in the league, and he just gone.
Yeah, no, it's sad. That's my thing. Like my biggest takeaway from it is like Boogie shouldn't have to sign a 10-day. Like you're trying to get a little chance. I'm like, dang, he's fallen that far. Like that's sad.
He's in the D League. Like he's in the D League getting a 10-day.
Yeah, I'm like you said, the Marcus. I guess that is desperation because I'm like, the old Boogie would have been like, I ain't signed no 10-day. Like you sign me or you don't.
But there's also it comes back to a kind of person he was in the league too. I think he was a little too good for his britches.
Too real.
A little bit, you know.
I think he was just too real, too honest, too raw.
So I think it kind of backfired on him a little bit too. So
your mouth can catch up to you.
Yeah, I think that Greg Oden is gonna be one of those guys.
No way, he did way more than Greg Oden did in the league. Come on,
no. What I mean is he's done. Like I don't think it's coming back.
Right. But I'm saying, okay, okay.
Well, I'm saying, put like this. I think they both could have been Hall of Famers. Also, I don't put it like that. I think they both could have been Hall of Famers. They stay healthy.
But if you do compare their actual careers, I mean,
it's not the same. It's not apples to apples.
Okay.
Definitely not. Old boy was out in the first year with them knee problems.
Right. But all right. Another move though, Ben McLemore to the Lakers. What do you guys think about this? Is this like, another? It won't be an impact.
Irrelevant.
The roster spot fill, I think, because they needed to fill that with that 14th spot or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But you got three of those players. You got Tucker, Matthews, KCP, and him. They kind of all similar players.
Not Tucker.
Me. Huh?
Oh, Horton Tucker? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, to me, that kind of like what they're going to do. They can shoot a little bit. They can shoot a couple of threes.
But Ben will be more for just shooting threes. Like, I mean, he's shot well in his career at times, so we'll see.
I don't think he'll get in the game.
I think it's an irrelevant move.
Got you. We'll see. I don't know. With how everything else is loading up, I mean, I see that one thing, though, that is funny about it, though, like you guys said, it's kind of not too big of a deal, but also is another Clutch Sports client, Rich Paul taking over the whole Lakers setup. So
pretty much.
So is he a 10-day or he just signed with the Lakers?
He signed, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
he was so good. To me, his first 2 years with the Kings, I thought he was gonna be that next guy, but he just kind of like went down,
Right.
I liked him in Kansas and stuff. He was kind of cool, but I don't know. It just like
didn't work out the same.
No.
Fizzled out a little bit, yeah. We'll see. Another person kind of fizzling out in his own way, Paul Pierce, fired over the Instagram live video. I mean, I'll go first on this real quick. To me, it's just like, dude, you're telling on yourself. Like, I just think it's just foolish. Like, you're filming yourself doing this. Like, why are you trying to, like, brag or boast? I don't really get it, but what do y'all think?
I should have bought money gun for this segment.
Money gun, yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, honestly, him getting fired from the ESPN, Paul Pierce don't care. I really don't think he was like, oh, man, I got fired from. I don't think he care. I really don't.
Of course he don't. He made millions.
You think about it, if he's doing that kind of stuff like that, like he don't care. Because if you work for ESPN, like Stephen A. or you like Jalen Rose, those parts they go think about it. Paul Pierce didn't care. Like he don't care about that. He said he's a Hall of Famer either way it go.
Today he was walking on live.
So that's more time. He don't have to get up early and do stuff like that. So he's fine. I know people tripping. It is stupid what he did, but in the day, I don't think he really cares.
No, that very well may be true, but that's my thing. Is this is kind of like just kind of embarrassing or whatever. It's like there's easier ways to leave your job.
Yeah, but
man, good riddance. Man, Paul Pierce is probably one of the worst, or like the second worst ESPN analysts they got. Dog, he was.
I mean, they're all bad. Actually,
they are pretty bad. But man, like the things that come out. Honestly, the things that came out of his mouth sometimes was so outlandish. Like I used to think he used to do it just to be like annoying, like on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
But they're looking for a reason.
Yeah, like you can't mean half the stuff you say. Like I gotta think you smarter than this. Like you know what I'm saying? So like
yeah.
Go ahead, Marcus. What you gonna say?
No, I want to say Jelly Rose started out bad too, but I think Jelly Rose is the only one I think he worked on his craft. I think he got better.
You gotta put the time
You know
in,
what I'm saying? Yeah, you
Definitely.
can tell he's respected now. Cause I don't know, you guys remember when he first started, he was a commentator on the court side, and one of the players threw a towel over his head while he was talking. It was like the most shameful thing ever.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they just threw it at him. I don't think they landed on did it on purpose. When they threw it at him, it landed on his head while he was talking, and like he like took it off.
He was
like,
all.
I was like, dang, man, that's messed up. But now you look at him, he's big time now. So I think he's one of the only one that really care about. Like I said, care what they're doing. But Paul Pierce, it's good for he out TV, man.
I agree with you. I think he don't care like nothing. Like even the videos after the fact shows that he don't care at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout out to Monica too, by the way.
Monica?
Oh, I guess y'all ain't watched the video. You need to go watch the video again.
Oh, probably so.
Yeah, that went over.
All right. Do we have any concerns about the Nets injuries? That's another thing I had listed here. Nah, they're just chilling. They'll make the playoffs. They'll go from there.
I still picked them to win the whole thing. I don't see them losing, honestly. So we'll see, though.
They'll take the East, but
no, they don't take the
I don't know. I got to worry about the Sixers. I'm telling you guys. I keep saying they don't play around. And the Nets, I don't know. We'll see how stable they can be, but I mean, obviously, they're still balling out. Like they still do their thing.
They're definitely still balling out, but I think we do need to kind of like because I mean I said it from the beginning. Like the only thing that's going to really hinder that team is injuries. They have a lot of but they have a lot of injury prone type players nowadays. So like if they can't get healthy, was that? You're right. But they're talking about I think KD might possibly be playing tomorrow or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so he might be playing tomorrow.
But Harden not gonna play. He's off. Like
no, he's gonna sit a couple. Yeah, he's gonna sit a couple of days.
He got rest. He got to get his rest because he's been playing a lot. You know how I don't like it, but that's the new NBA now. But at the end of the day, you gotta think about this. We got Kyrie, KD, and Harden on the same team. You cannot guard that. You just can't do it. I'm sorry.
No, I think
the Marcus Aldridge wide open, he's gonna knock down shots. It's just gonna be hard to do that. I'm just saying.
It'll be fun to watch, that's for sure.
I think I'm still with A-Dub though. Like I feel like 76ers. A lot of these teams that are playing them tough, that are giving the Nets trouble. The Nets are pulling the wins out, but like when you play them tough and play them physical, they're losing.
You talking about without KD though. You talking about he's pulling out. Tobias Harris, he's not gonna do nothing. Ben Simmons, he's gonna score like 12 points. Like, how they gonna beat the Nets? It's not gonna happen, man. I'm telling y'all. Do not believe the hype. If we talk about injury prone, look at Embiid. Is he gonna last? Come on, man.
Yeah, hopefully.
If you're gonna say anything, say the Bucks because they got a defense. They got Tucker, Giannis, and Holiday. That's what I did.
I think the Bucks are the one team I'm definitely not worried about.
I've never been worried about the Bucks.
You're gonna say
they don't fall off.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. It'll be interesting. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be dope.
I'm with you, Marcus. I'm with you. Healthy. Who's gonna beat them in 7 games? Like even them losing games to like Orlando, whatever. Sure, it's one game of that regular season. Like so to beat them in best of 7 is gonna be really tough for any team on the East or the West. But you know what I mean? Like I do hope they lose. I hope somebody beats them. I hope they do not win. I really do. I'm a net hating ass. I swear to God. I hope they lose.
We'll see. All right. Shout out to Stephanie Washington checking in earlier. He got fired on his day off.
I didn't think about that. That is true.
I'm just gonna say something because she said that real quick. The only thing that drives me nuts about this is like sometimes I try to play a devil's advocate. Like I'm not on the job though, you know, like I'm chilling, spending my money on what I work hard for, on whatever the hell I feel like spending it on.
But it just don't look good for ESPN. You know, they don't play that. So
right. And I think it kind of goes back to this too, because like, and Myra, you can amount to this because you're a parent as well. And Marcus, you too. Like your children, in a sense, are a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, even though he's off, right? Like even though he's off, he's still a reflection of ESPN. You know what I'm saying? So you know, if my kid's tripping at school or whatever, like. You know what I mean? Whatever could it be, but at the same time, like, all right, now I look bad too because I'm your parent. Like, so
Well, listen, there's rules to social media, as we talked about before. Like there should be rules like for NDAs, and this was like a bozo move because shit, I ain't telling on myself.
Yourself.
I ain't telling myself. I ain't no snitch, so it's not me.
That's my favorite part about it. He's his own cameraman.
I know.
All right. Do you guys? One other thing we have for NBA. Do you guys like the? Well, we have a couple other things for NBA, but one thing real quick. Do you guys like the play-in tournament concept?
Is it for sure gonna happen? Or are you still thinking about it?
No, it's for sure gonna happen. Yeah, and so what's gonna work? How it's gonna work is the 7 and 8 teams are gonna play, and then that winner becomes the 7 seed, and then the 9 and 10 seed play. And whoever wins that will play the 8 seed for the 8 seed. That was confusing.
So is it?
I don't like it.
You still got to win 2 games, or it depends on your record.
If you're one of the 7 or 8, you have to lose twice.
Okay.
And then, but if you're the 9-10, you only get one chance to like keep going. So we'll see. But basically, I just don't like the fact that it's involving the 7th seed all the way to the 10th seed. Like, if you want to do it for that on the fringe, like the 8th seed, maybe I don't know, but.
I don't like it. I think it's dumb. Like, why can't we just do 1 through 8 like we normally do? Like, I don't like the whole tournament at the end. But that's usually how I am, especially when it comes to like them changing sports like this. Like, just keep it the way it was. Like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I'm with you, A-Dub. Now you're involving the 7th seed to the 10th seed. Like, I mean, if they made it to 10, they didn't make it to 8. So why are they playing for 8 now? So
yeah,
I don't know. It's like one of those like participation medals. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give me a damn participation medal just because I showed up. Like, let me win a place.
Yeah. And more games for them to sell, too. A couple more games. I don't know. Strizzy, you feeling it? No?
Talk. When I tell you I hate this rule so much, bro. All right, look, like, so my biggest issue with it right now is, like, you just didn't play well enough. You didn't get to 8. If you don't get to 8, you don't make it. Public period. Now, the thing that bothered me too is, like, for example, in the West, the West has been known to be a lot tougher than the East, right? At least definitely 4 through 8, 4 through 9, 4 through 10, whatever. Now, a team like Golden State, although they're very much struggling, I think they're sitting at 10 right now or something along those lines. They're sitting at 9 or 10. They didn't get to 8. If they don't make it all the way, they're not going to make it. But they are a good enough team to potentially like upset the team that did make it to 8. So now if they end up making and winning 2, which they very well could do, now the 8th seed team that made it and fought their ass off to get there loses out because of this rule? Absolutely not. Like, if you don't make it, play better next year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talked about being old school and stuff like that. Like, this is one of those rules that just, in my opinion, definitely doesn't need to be changed because you're just allowing extra and more and potential for more injuries before the playoffs actually even start. What happens if the 8th seed that's going in, their team gets injured where they go in, but they still make the 8th seed? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say happen like the Blazers are 8th. They're like 5th right now, but let's say they get 8th. They get it. Dame gets hurt during this stupid pointless playoff. Now the Blazers are going to play the 1st seed without their best player? Like, absolutely not. Likewise with the Warriors. Like, Steph gets hurt and they somehow still make it and win. Like, now they got to play the 1st seed without their best player. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's dumb to me. They should just let it go. If you make it to 8, you make it to 8. And if you don't, better luck next year.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I think we're all in accord on that one then, too. Marcus, did you say on that one, too? You feel the same way or no, or what?
It don't matter. I think I win the championship. So.
Right.
Like, I'm good. Like, they know they're not going to win, but that's cool. Something new.
I just think they're wasting
So new.
Getting cute. Well, last year, and they came up with it last year because it was like, oh, well, with this shortened season, it'll be more fair and stuff. And now they want to get a little cute with it.
But last year was different because it wasn't in the combined. Like, it wasn't like East and West, was it? Was it still East and West did it? I thought last year.
It was still
it was
still separate.
Who did it in the East then? I know Memphis and the Trailblazers and
actually, I don't think it happened in the East. I think
didn't.
because
that's what I'm saying.
They had to be within a certain amount of games or something like that.
The games range was way too separated.
Yeah, so I think it's different this year. So
true. Yeah, they just were like, all right, let's go ahead and keep that. I don't know. The last thing I had for NBA talk is nothing really too serious, but we were talking a couple weeks ago about Top Shot, which is like the digital trading cards you can buy, and how like NFTs are becoming such a big new thing. Looks like that Bitcoin and all this stuff. But this Top Shot, they got $305 million in funding last week, and actually like there's got a big investment, and they were saying, giving some statistics on them. They began in October of 2020, and since then they have $500 million in sales of these digital trading cards. So looks like that's kind of the new wave. My little cousin Jeffrey put me onto that. I did buy a couple, but it's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not trying to invest too much money in it.
Invest somewhere.
But I don't know. I spent like $3 on some cards. So we'll see. I'll keep those in my portfolio, see if they
try it out.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll see. I don't know. That might be the new wave thing. I don't know. I still like stuff that you can hold in your hand though.
In the same way.
Yeah. So anyways, that was my last thing for NBA talk. We'll see about that. See how that grows. But I think we'll go ahead and move on to our next topic.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
All right, other sports. I think we should start with last night's NCAA championship. Did y'all watch the game? Did y'all check it out?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it just shows Gonzaga's overrated, that's all. And it showed that Suggs is the truth. I like that kid.
He really is the truth. He let it all out on the court. He played his heart out. So kudos to him.
It's just hard, man, when they shooting all them 33s and making them. That's hard to come up with. Like they played the Warriors or something.
Yeah.
It was just hard. I think they both played hard. They was knocking all those shots down, man. You could
it's just going their way.
Yeah. I thought second half said they're gonna start missing. They came out firing again. I'm like, yeah, this is over. I think it was over at the beginning of the fourth quarter. I thought I was like, yeah, it's all right.
Beginning of the second half. I kind of feel the same way. I was like, they're not gonna shoot like this, like lights out the whole time. And when they cut it to 10 at half, I was like, okay, that's be interesting. But then Baylor, got to give them credit. They did their thing. They played defense and they hit shots. So
and the boys was spent. They stayed in man way too long, dog. Like the coach didn't think to himself. Like coach didn't think to himself, maybe I should get these boys some energy back and move it to a 3-2 real quick.
Yeah,
kind of run them off this three-point line. Like,
yeah, and it was kind of messed up. I got to check the rules. You can't have a 24-year-old playing with those kids out there either, man. Nobody left with 24 years old balling like that. Like, what is going on?
Yo, he's a
grown man. Like, man, you don't get out of here with that. And they said he was 24. I was like, what?
It made more sense. Man. It makes more sense.
You don't get out of here with your grown man strap.
Yeah, you don't get out of here. Somebody step that out of here. Balling like this, man. He had a lot of energy too. Like he was
going for it.
Yeah.
He kept running up and down the court. I was like, oh, he's gonna get tired eventually, but he kept running the floor.
He ain't gonna make it to the league, but that was his championship of all because he ain't gonna go nowhere. I might want that.
Hey, hey, though they did their thing though. They're champs.
But I do feel bad for the Gonzaga coach because he's a great guy and great coach, and he just always get there. And he just can't get it. It's like
and he had that look. They showed him at one point, and I was like, there was that look, that real concern. Like he was like, oh, this might be it.
Right. It's like all that work you do all year to be undefeated, and you still can't get this last win. It's like, man, that hurts, man. I know it's a lot of work, especially during COVID and everything. You guys did all that and being undefeated. Really
still a great season, but at the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to say. It's still a great season, but at the end of the day, if you don't get it done, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So, shout out to Stephanie Washington, though. I know she was rooting for them. Sucks that your boys couldn't do it, but.
So nobody got the bracket right. I didn't think.
But guess who won though?
Who?
Super producer Marcus. He had the best bracket. You won the thing.
I wasn't even talking about it. I was talking about actually. I know one girl, her bracket was still good a little bit or something like that. But I was wondering overall, nobody like the bracket was. No,
the brackets were busted by like the first weekend. Like nobody had a perfect one.
But I'm saying they don't go like in second place or something like get who the closest, something like that, or it just overwrit. I'm saying Because the whole thing about people doing brackets, even though you gotta get it perfect for it to be like a win. It can't be like
no, whoever has the best one wins still. But
okay.
But if you're talking about like they do like the Quicken Loans tournament thing, like if
no.
okay.
I don't know. I'm just talking about like somebody. I know they was talking about some girl who she still had a good bracket or whatever.
Right, like after the first weekend, she had she had only a couple misses or one miss.
Okay,
we can probably look that up and see like who ended up with the best bracket, like how many points or whatever. But this year was a mess, though.
Kudos to Baylor too, though. They've never won a championship before, so kudos to Baylor on that.
Yeah.
Kelly said something too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kelly said this is hard to say, but kudos to the U of A women's team. They made it to they knocked off UConn, which was a big win. But then they lost to Stanford.
Their last shot, it wasn't a foul, y'all. Nobody talked about it. It looked like it was a foul. I don't know. It just,
I don't know.
I was like, I don't know.
Why? Because they're just the champs. They should get the call.
No, let me say, if you watched her last shot, like they only lost by a point, right?
Yeah.
But like they were so close to her. To me, like it could have been. If I was a referee, I was like, this to do it, Just let's see what's gonna happen,
No.
Y'all held up before that. Nobody blow no whistle.
I'm over there. It's already in my mouth. I don't care. I ain't seen that yet. I was like, just in case.
Nah, you can't be doing that. Shout out to Sarah O'Hara in the building.
What up? What up? Hey, glad you could make it.
Got them fans.
That's what's up. But yeah, so that was the men's and the women's tournament. Though Stanford ended up winning on the women's side, Baylor on the men's. So
that was better first one ever, right?
First ever.
That's crazy.
Maybe your sister was good luck to them.
Yeah, gotta give it to them.
So, what else for other sports? MLB opening weekend, of course. It was pretty dope. A lot of runs scored. You definitely take the over so far. Right. Royals are looking good. They're 3-1. They're doing their thing. So
the games already.
Yeah, baseball. They hardly take days off.
It's daily, dog. It's like daily.
But I wanted to say shout out to Texas, the state of Texas, for having that 40,000 people at the game. I like, let's go. If somebody give everybody look at this. Like everybody other sports.
I don't think that's anything to be proud of.
No, I don't care. It makes things look back to normal. And Jerry Jones seen that. So Jerry gonna be like, oh, we doing the same thing. We about to open this sucker up and everything.
Right.
So but the Cardinals also, I heard from my buddy, they gonna open up fully. So I just think we on the steps to get there, man. Even though I say couldn't have been kind of safe, but I just like to see that. It was kind of cool. People came, they weren't scared, so right. It was just like it was kind of cool to see 40,000 out there.
I see where you're coming from for sure.
And I think so too. I mean, but by the time that football starts in, early September or so, they're really expecting for a lot of the population to have their COVID vaccination. So I think that plays a big role into it too. Like by about that time, we're going to see a lot more people getting in. Like even in Arizona, like, dude, it's still super hard to get. Those lines at the Cardinal Stadium are still super packed. Oh my God, dude. Just trying to get to the Tanger outlets. Yeah, just trying to get to the Tanger outlets. Like it's insane still. So
it's crazy.
The stadium's going to be packed. Yeah, dude. Stadium's going to be packed up. Like we're going to be back to normal pretty soon.
We'll see. And also,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say by that time too, everybody's gonna know their risk, and if you chose to get it or not, hey, let's go. But I was gonna ask you though, would I be like too lame if I'm still rocking my mask? Because like I would go to a Rangers game, but I'll just rock my mask still.
No,
like,
but people, they was rocking their masks out there too, though. It would just
I didn't see anybody with their mask.
Yeah, the picture I seen, it was like the whole side had masks on and stuff. So not all of them, because Texas they open right now, but right. I did see some people with their mask on, so it wasn't everybody's out there. We just bare, but it was just good to see though. I was just happy. I thought it was fake at first. I said this ain't real. And I looked, I was like, it's really good.
Yeah, for me, even though I am vaccinated, like I'm still wearing my mask, like because we don't know.
Yeah, you can still pick it up. You can still get it.
Still pick it up. And that was one thing. Like you can still possibly pick it up, but not feel the symptoms, but still be able to spread it.
Yeah, you can still be a carrier. Even with the vaccination, you can still be a carrier. So if you're hanging around someone who doesn't have it and you're carrying it, you can still pass it to somebody else. So wearing a mask is still smart. It's still a smart move.
Agreed.
but steps to normalcy, like Marcus said, or not normalcy, will never be like totally the way it was, but whatever the new normal, as they say. So we'll see. But yeah, another cool thing with the MLB though, Nike's designing new jerseys, kind of how they did for the NBA jerseys. They're actually going to do some little different takes for the MLB too.
Like sponsors on that?
No, not sponsors, just kind of like weird colors and stuff, like different color schemes.
Okay.
Because baseball is usually pretty traditional. They stick with like, a couple different things. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not like as bad as the Miami Heat ones. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like how those turned out for this year, at least. I like last year's better, but we'll see though. We'll see if they start doing some little split designs like that for the MLB though. So let's see. Keep the mask on.
Keep them on.
Hawk says I got Johnson & Johnson, got sick for a few hours. So the Johnson & Johnson is the one-time shot too.
Man, I've been hearing some stuff. Then they had a recall too, like over like 15 million they had to throw away.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they had some. So Johnson, y'all just go away because y'all got bad powers and everything.
Huh? If it ain't Pfizer, so if it ain't Pfizer or whatever, I ain't rocking with it. I'm rocking with it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, if I'm the first one to turn into a zombie, y'all know I got that shit first. So,
hey, you got Johnson?
No, I got.
Okay. Is that rude to ask? Like, what vaccine you got? I don't want to be rude.
No,
I don't know. Like, who you vote for? Like,
voluntarily give the information. It's not rude, but some people may be like, that's a violation of my
right. I just asked you on public, so I apologize. I shouldn't have asked you that.
I don't mind sharing because I had to make a decision for my children and I for the possibility of if something were to happen to me and I couldn't be a provider for my kids. So I don't mind people asking. I got Moderna. I got the 2 shots. So I always joke around and I say like if I turn into a zombie before y'all know I got it first. I was the first one in my family to get it too. So. And I was opposed, just like a bunch of people. Like I was opposed, like I don't want to get the shot till way later. Like I want to see what happens. But
yeah, one of my boys is a pharmacist, and he's been hitting me up every day, like, "Hey, you want to come through? I got some openings." And I'm like, and low key, I kind of want to do it because it's a free shot, it's open, but I'm like, you're not that close to me, man. Like I lazily don't want to drive.
We'll see, but. One way we can segue that to hockey is one interesting thing. The Canucks, they have 17 players currently in COVID protocol.
Dang.
And it's like with them, like I do think with the vaccines, it's like these athletes, if they're willing and if they want to, they should be able to get their stuff taken care of so they can keep these things moving. They've had to miss a bunch of games, but they're hoping they'll be able to finish their season. But hockey's getting ready to roll up into the playoffs soon too, here probably at the end of April, I think it is. So
yeah.
My Avs are doing good. I think they have a chance to win it this year. They're scoring a lot of goals. So we'll see. We'll be watching that too. But I think that's pretty much it. Oh, Marcus, you have golf updates for us.
Oh, yeah. The Masters coming up. Very exciting. This is to me, like the Super Bowl of golf. So I've been watching. It is weird, man. I'll be watching Golf Channel more than ESPN now. It's weird. So I've been. And the cool thing about it, we haven't heard too much about Tiger. It's been like on a hush, but he has like 3 good friends. That's golfers. So Dustin Thomas is one, and Rory McIlroy, he's another one, and I think it's one more named Fred. I can't think of his last name, but it's kind of cool how they're talking more about Tiger during the Masters. They talking to the golfer. They just trying to get because he's not talking to anybody, so he's talking to his friends. So they asking them like, "How's Tiger doing?" And they kind of like he's cool. They're not saying too much, because they don't want to say too much what's going on.
Yeah.
But they're saying he's pretty much in good spirits, but he wish he could have been there and everything like that. But it's kind of weird that he's in the hospital still right now, instead of trying to rehab and everything. But I think he'll be back. I honestly think he'll be okay. He'll fight it and he'll be back out there. But other than that, I think I think he'll be cool though.
Yeah,
but my picks, I think is you got the guy Bryce. He's got a chance to win, and you got Jordan Speaks out there, and I like this name is Dustin Thomas, I think is this. Yeah, I said Dustin. Yeah. Him. So but the Masters it's so hard, that's a hard course to play. So you gotta be on your A game. But we'll see, man. I'll be watching it. Like I'm gonna be watching them kind of hard. Like I used to watch it hard when Tiger was out there, but now he's not even playing, so I'm gonna be still kind of like into it. So
checking it out.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's what's up. And they're leaving a seat open for him at the Masters dinner, like the night before or something like that. When they
I didn't know that they have their own. It's called championship dinner. So if you want a Masters, only you invited to the Masters dinner. Like even though you're on tour, you can't go. And I was like, dang, no, like that. So
you can't sit with us.
So one of the, so Dustin Thomas was real close to Tiger. And he always teases him like, hey man, we about to head to the dinner, but you be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I kind of like tease him a little bit because he can't go. So it's like, man, it's like kind of rough, man. So you're a pro golfer, even though they have another dinner for the whole thing. You're on tour, but the championship it's like a
only the champions.
Yeah,
it's like, dang, man, that's kind of cool though.
Trying to get that green jacket.
Golf loves keeping people out. Trust me. So, but yeah, so that's what's up. Then that's a great update. Thank you for the golf update. And we'll be looking out for more videos of your swing too as it keeps developing.
Man, my swing, I got a coach now, and he changed my whole swing, man. So it's like,
wow,
I was doing it wrong for the last month. I've been playing, so now I gotta change it up. So it's for the good. I'm happy I caught it now. Instead of playing for a whole year and be like, all right, you swinging that thing wrong, man. You know, so
true. Get it fixed now. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Right, but golf is already hard, so it was kind of like you know, because it's already hard. Now you gotta
remember new things.
Yeah, so it's like, man, so it's gonna take a while to get it, but once I get it right, I'll be all right. So
we should open it. You know, we should open to it. Dog. Like there are players who are just like, nah, I'm cool. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm not trying to be like a pro golfer. I'm just trying to be decent, not go out there and be pretty good. But there's some guys that they don't do no training. They just go out there and just be. I guess it's fun, but I'm a competitive, so I don't want to be out there just swinging and messing up and cheating. Pretty much, you go way out there, you start over, all that. And some people, that's how they play. Like I'm like,
they're just in there for the sport, like for the fun.
Yeah, so I want to be decent, man. So
I agree with you. Like if I'm gonna be out there, if I'm gonna be doing all that, I want to be good at it. I don't want to be in the trees. So we'll see. But keep learning so you can teach me. That's how we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. So we all get out there and start playing, man. It's gonna be fun.
For sure. All right, Myra, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What you got for us?
Let us have it.
I'm going to give y'all two today. Okay. So the NBA released their best 25 under 25. So who do you think is better?
Okay.
All right. Donovan Mitchell or Jason Tatum?
That's actually a tough one, though.
That's kind of tough for me.
I think they both overrated, but
I would go with Donovan Mitchell out of the two only because I don't really.
You
I don't rock with
him like that. I don't like the Celtics.
But if it wasn't the Celtics, he's on that team, I think he's overrated. But they both got paid too much. But I would go with Donovan Mitchell too.
Strizzy?
Spider.
Did Strizzy answer?
No, because like I'm with both y'all as far as one, they got paid way too much, way too soon.
Yeah,
they're both very overrated to me. But
come on, you can't go against Bubble Spider. He was putting the team on his back, you know.
Man, he's still lost.
Yeah, but I'm saying at least he's dropping 50.
Right. No, I don't know, man. Like it's crazy because like the crazy part about it too is like I feel like they're the same player to me too. So that also makes it tough. Like neither one of them to me is like I don't know if either one of them will ever be put into like the superstar category. I think they'll always be only all-stars. I mean,
you can't. You gotta put a superstar getting paid like that.
Well, while Strizzy's on the fence, Myra, what's the second one you got for us? See,
that's actually a great one, though. That
was.
So actually, the NBA has them ranked as Spider Mitchell as 3, and Jason Tatum. Excuse me, Donovan Mitchell at 4, and Jason Tatum at 5. Okay, so they do have Spider above.
Even though it's wrong, but okay.
No, y'all. That's who y'all picked. Y'all picked Donovan Mitchell over Jason Tatum.
I know, but I'm saying that their placement on that 25 is wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
they shouldn't be that. They shouldn't be top 10. So I'm just saying it's wrong.
All right. So again, NBA's best 25 under 25. Luka or Zion?
Oh, it's Luka for me.
Luka,
yeah.
Zion, he's on. If he keep going like he's going, he'll get there, but not right now. Luka, I say he was overrated, but he's been hooping this year. So
he been hooping. He's already got a couple game winners under his belt. Like,
yeah, he got that swag coming. He's on that little swag, little dog in him.
Yeah.
The other night he hit that shot and he was like, I sent in his. I was like, oh shoot,
yeah, like
he might be for real, dog.
And it's funny because this is only his 3rd season, and like I said, he's got some he's already ready. Like he's like 4th quarter playoffs, championship. It don't matter to me. Like I'm coming in here to win, point blank, period. But my thing is, how old is Zach LaVine? I'll be honest, I like Zach LaVine more than Tatum, and
he might be older. He might be older than 25 technically.
Did he just hit 26?
Zach LaVine is 26. Yeah.
Dang, okay, all right. I like Zach.
I'm with you
both of them.
Luka's 22.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Because I'm like, I like Zach LaVine more than Mitchell and Tatum.
I just thought Zach was gonna get moved somewhere, man. I was like, dang,
stuck.
Yeah. I should have went somewhere at the deadline. I was like, man, they did my guy wrong, man. He need to be on a competitive team. To me, actually, I would put him on the Sixers. I think he would fit in, take out the guys, and put him on that team.
And they get the scoring shooter that they need. They've got shooters.
So
he ain't been bad. This year.
Tobias ain't playing no defense.
Kind of, but at least he has the size to help out.
Right.
I don't know. That's a good idea.
Zach's been playing pretty clutch too. Like it sucks it's on a bad team, but like he's been finishing some games for their squad too.
He's definitely evolved into more of a complete player for sure. Not just
agreed
or whatever. Yeah,
he's gotten better at passing and rebounding as well too. So like I think he definitely deserved his All-Star nod this year.
Yeah, I got a question for Ada after she's done with her thing too.
But yeah, because Myra, you didn't say your picks though. Who do you got? Spider versus Tatum.
I really like Spider as a player, but I'm a Jason Tatum fan. I love his story, the fact he's from St. Louis, single mom.
Wait, is it got anything to do with looks too?
No.
You sure?
Absolutely positive.
Who looks better from a woman?
Oh my gosh, that's not even the point of
this. No. Answer the question. From a woman, answer the question. Who looks better?
Put on the spot.
No, if one asks a date, they ask to take you on a date. Who are you going with first?
Left or right?
Jason Tatum.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear.
All right. What about Luka versus Zion? What about Luka
nothing to do with that, Marcus. Jesus. I would pick Luka. I just think Luka is a better player all the way around. Same thing that you all said. He's put the Mavs on his back. He's been that go-to guy for Mark Cuban, so I definitely would go with Luka on that. So yeah, just a quick rundown on that. The NBA has them listed: number 1, Luka; number 2, Zion. Luka's 22, Zion's 20. 3, LaMelo Ball, he's 19. 4, Donovan Mitchell at 24. 5, Jason Tatum at 23. And 6, De'Aaron Fox, who's 23 as well. So that's the top 6 that they have.
LaMelo's up there, high up there.
Yeah,
no,
number 3.
It's funny. Normally, like I feel like at this point in time, they can't put him at 3. Don't get me wrong. I think in the next couple of years, I think in the next couple of years he will definitely be up there. Like he could be number 3 in the next couple of years. He's shown me that he's going to be that good.
There's no way Devin Booker should have been top 2 easily. I don't know how he did that. Now, was it ESPN that did this, or was this Stephen A that did this?
Yeah, but Devin Booker is how old?
He's on there.
He's on the list. He's like 20th or 22nd.
Yeah.
Really?
He's far back. But I seen somebody posted this, but they put Stephen A's name on there. So did he do this pick or was it ESPN?
I don't know. I think it was
ESPN.
It might have been a collection of people.
But they had Stephen A on there when at least I thought he made that list. So
yeah, which is crazy to me too.
But ESPN always gets it wrong.
Guys.
They had Kobe at one time. Remember they had Kobe at like 80 something.
Oh yeah.
So ESPN's lists are horrible. They're absolutely they're god awful. Because
so Stephen A was roasting ESPN for the terrible list.
Okay,
got it. Yeah, because I'm like minus Luka, he too. You know what I'm saying? Like
So Luka's one on there.
Yeah, Luka's one.
Oh yeah, different book is better. So that's crazy.
All right, so but yeah, that they do that so people will talk about it too. But I bet it was like a collection probably of it.
I want to see where he's at. It says link in bio.
You got to keep scrolling. You got to keep
right. He on page 3. He on page 3.
It says link in bio, but that link don't work.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up for you right now. Dun, 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 dun. And so, what was your question though, Marcus? While I look this up real quick.
So the Sixers. So how do you really feel about Ben Simmons? Is he that guy? Is he a superstar?
Ultimately, yes, all the way. Like to me,
why?
And I know it's crazy because he does everything. He does everything.
No, we can't say. But we can't say itself.
He plays defense. He plays defense. Okay, he can play the 1 through 5. Like he can literally start at center if you wanted him to. Okay, he plays lockdown defense. That's the first thing I love about him. And defense, he never slacks on the effort. You're never going to look at the guy and say he's not trying. He runs the floor, okay? He can control the ball and bring the ball up and down the court and get his guys going in the flow of anything. He can impact the game without actually scoring. He rebounds offensively too. That's how he gets some of his easy putbacks. He can shoot a little bit from the mid-range, but he doesn't have to without impacting the game. He's like an ultimate franchise guy.
Does he? But I know people say, "Oh, he does everything."
He doesn't really spot up shoot. I'm saying he does everything.
We can't say everything though, because he don't do everything. That's
okay.
A main
I'll put
part
it this way. Then I'll put it this way. He does everything you need him to do on the floor.
Okay.
Like he doesn't. To me, yeah, he doesn't shoot threes, but he doesn't need to.
I'm even shooting 3. I'm just saying shooting the ball,
being like a scorer, like an aggressive scorer.
Yeah,
he doesn't. That's not really his nature. He sits back. You know what I'm saying? But I think the dude is like super underrated, but I don't know. Strizzy's over here like nah.
I just don't think he's a superstar. I don't think he's super. I think he's an all-star, but I don't think he's a superstar. I just
think he's not exciting, and that's why people don't like him as much. But like, dude,
he can. So my thing is, he actually is. He is exciting, but to a different aspect. Like, so like I agree with everything you just said, Doug, 100%. Like, but my issue with him until he can change my mind will always be in the playoffs when teams slack off of him because they're not worried about him shooting the ball. It's a lot harder to get your teammates involved because we can slack off of you, and because we're slacked off of you, we can close out on the shooters way faster and a lot easier. So all of those things you just mentioned are also kind of his Achilles heel. So it's like I agree. Like I mean everything you said. Like I don't disagree with not one thing you said at all. But for me, I just feel like that aspect of his game, and I don't even think he's a bad shooter. I just think mentally he's like, if I shoot this, I'm gonna miss, and if I miss, ESPN's gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? So like as soon as he can get over that, superstar. As soon as he gets over that, he's a superstar. Just shoot it.
I don't think he's like soft like Paul George like that. Like no, I agree that sometimes he should just like fire away more, but I just don't think he needs to do that. Like I don't know.
The reason why I asked you that, go ahead, Striz.
Just my last point. I just think it works so well in the regular season because teams play off, but then it kind of shrinks away in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So like he himself, I think, and not he himself. I think Doc is going to find. I think Doc is the coach.
That's the difference.
You know what I'm saying? Doc is the coach. To find a way to like, all right, we're going to be able to keep you in the game during the fourth quarter. I'm not going to take you out for O'Connell because O'Connell's a better
Brett
shooter.
Brown was just No,
you know what I mean? So like I think
that'll be the difference. We'll see what happens
this time. Yeah, Doc will definitely be the difference in this team this year during the playoffs. He's already been the difference with them during the regular season. It's just I have to see that. Like, that's what I want to see from him. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, one of the biggest reasons why I'm such a Dwayne Wade fan is because in the playoffs, dude performed every single time. No matter how his team was doing, like, he performed. Like, you can always count on Dwayne Wade in the fourth quarter. You can always count on him in the playoffs.
Except for the last couple of years.
If LeBron would have, even the first year they got together, if LeBron would have just averaged 23, they win. Wade averaged 30 that season. If they would have won that championship, he would have got Finals MVP. It wouldn't have been LeBron. So it's like when Dwayne Wade gets there, like he's there, and like that's what I want to see too. That's kind of why I'm so hard on Harden too. It's like, cool, man, you do great in the regular season, but
the second round.
Right, exactly. Like, show me that you can still be that guy that we know you can be in the second round and on. Same thing, kind of like with Chris Paul. Chris Paul the same way. You know what I mean? It's like, love you to the regular season. You do everything for your team. You put all of your teammates in the position to be the best players that they can be. But like, let's see you move a little bit farther on because we know you can do it. So I believe Ben could do it. He just needs. I don't say he needs. He has that coach now to do it. So like, let's see you do it this year, and I think he can.
Gotcha. But Marcus, what were you gonna say? The reason why you asked, though, or?
No, I was just thinking because people say he's a superstar, he's underrated and all that, but I think he's just cool. I think he's an okay player to me. It's just me. I think Embiid is the star of that team. That's why I think that he's the guy. I don't think Ben Simmons is the guy of the team.
Gotcha. Well, I've been on record, like when they were talking about the whole split up thing, I was like, I think they can play together, but if you're gonna get rid of one, Embiid, he's out. Gotta go.
So you think when say Embiid left, they'll still be a great team? I mean, a good team, like competitive.
They have been. Even when he went out, he was out for like 2 weeks, and they didn't slip in the standings. They didn't start losing games really. Like, so.
But I'm saying, like,
to me, I was just saying, like, if he left, like he was just totally.
Yeah,
gone.
to me, I think if you replace Ben Simmons with Rondo, if Rondo came over there and. Because that's what Rondo does. He's not a shooter. He gets people in their spots and he don't play as good a defense that Ben Simmons does. But I just think they'll still be the train will still be going. That's what I'm thinking. But I think you take out Embiid, it's hard to replace a bit Embiid like he is. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's not. He's the only big man that's really like him and Joker, only two that can do it.
Still like that, yeah.
Unless you replace Embiid with Joker, then it's different. But I just don't know. But like I said, I think Ben Simmons is going to get there. I think he's still young. I think he's really going to get because he's on like is he over 25?
He must be. I think he is.
Because he went on the list, so he had to be. Yeah, he would.
Yeah, I think he would.
But he's not. He's 24. He's only 24.
So was he on the list?
Was he not on the list?
I couldn't even open the
that's
list.
Disrespectful. If he
that's
was.
Crazy. That's just blasphemy.
The reason why that's crazy to me is because people love this man so much.
That's
like,
it? Hold on, I'm about to look up the
young.
graphic right now. I could tell you if he was on there because I seen it on Facebook. He's definitely got to be top 5 on that list.
Oh, he's number 7. He's number 7 on the list.
Oh, so he's right up
Devin Booker was number 8, so we did Devin. He was up there higher.
Okay.
Lonzo Ball is down there at 24. His little brother at 23.
They got Darren Fox over Ben Simmons. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. He ain't even slipped the playoffs.
Yeah. But like I said, I think he definitely will get there, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because they tried to compare on LeBron, but by now LeBron was shooting the ball better, right? Like I think LeBron always shot the ball, right?
He's always shot. I think he's always shot better.
He's passed first, but he always did, you know.
Well, he didn't like shoot the 3 like that, lights out. Like it took him a while to get confidence in his straight setup shot. I feel like LeBron, but he was still scoring though.
Right.
We'll see.
I
don't know. Simmons the same way. Simmons still scores.
Yeah, the Sixers is Pop's team, right? Or is it Lakers first?
Yeah.
Is it Sixers first?
His team is the Sixers. Yeah.
Okay, first. Okay. So let me calm down with the Sixers. I ain't trying to get.
You're gonna get that wrath when he comes back.
I don't want that. I seen it. So. Pop, I'm talking about Ben Simmons now. I'm not talking about the Sixers, Pop. I'm talking about one player. I'm just trying to figure it out.
I got a question for you guys now, though, too. So, real quick, we can end it on this if we want to, unless we got something else we want to talk about. We've seen a lot of injuries, big name injuries to some big playoff teams. Who's your MVP?
Right now?
Dang, that is
Yeah.
a crazy question.
Oh, in general, who's your MVP? Right? Like we've seen big players out missing games, and we've seen these teams have to play without their big time players. Like who's the MVP?
If we say right now, I'm gonna say Joker because he the only one ain't been hurt.
I got you.
I just don't like him though. I don't know. I would almost say Chris Paul. Like if the season ended right now today, because look at what he did with the Suns. I mean,
but is it Chris Paul though? That's what we got. Is it really Chris Paul that did this?
It's like the gel somehow. I mean,
I'm saying when they finish the season, they finished good. So was it really Chris Paul, or he just helped them a little bit?
They had 8 games in the bubble, and everybody around here got all excited. Like,
no,
I think
you think he'd be second in the West if they didn't get Chris Paul, you think they'd be second in the West right now?
Well, you think about it, the reason why they're second in the West too, though, because LeBron got hurt, AD got hurt, so we gotta quit thinking they're second. I don't count second in the West right now because if LeBron wouldn't have got hurt and the injuries, they would not be.
Would they be where they're at right now if they didn't have Chris Paul?
I think they'll be without Chris Paul. I think they'll be 5th or 6th seed better than last year. That's what I think they'll be at. And the reason, if LeBron wasn't hurt, they right now with Chris Paul, I think they'll be probably 4th. So one step up from without Chris Paul. That's my opinion.
Is Lillard hurt right now?
No.
That's who I would pick as my MVP if the season ended right now.
That's a good one. I didn't think about dang.
You already know how I feel about him.
If the season ended right now, I'd pick.
How you feel about is that? You don't like Dame?
No, he loves me.
Oh, okay.
I love Dame, man. Like Dame to me is the most under. Yeah, we really don't. But for me, like if I had to pick right now, dog, it's LeBron. Like, yes, man. And the reason why I say this is because like I feel like, granted, we always talk about like, you know, you got to give to somebody else. You don't want to see the same person win every year in out. But like to me, LeBron should have like 12 of these, dog. He should have 12 of these, man.
Should I agree with that?
And you watch the Lakers right now without him, and obviously they're struggling because they don't have him or AD. But like I gotta say this, dude. Like if LeBron was out for the rest of the season, but AD was healthy, I don't even think the Lakers get past the Nuggets. I don't. I really don't.
But I thought
if AD's out and LeBron's healthy, I think they still get past him. And I just think like LeBron at age 37, whatever he's 36, 37, 38, yeah, whatever. He's still so influential to his team. Like it is insane. 36. He's 36. Yeah, you're right. I just remember that video with the RDC World. But yeah, man, like I just think like he's still so influential to his team's success. It's crazy.
But I thought your question was that people that's injured I didn't really count people that's injured. I thought you said about people, you know what I'm saying? That's hurt.
I know what you're saying, but like no, I meant like because like we've seen some of the bigger juggernaut teams, their top player go down. Okay. So like seeing some of these teams have to play without their number one guy, like who was most impacted? Who was most impacted? Yeah, like that makes to me like who do you see as like the most valuable? You know, like to their team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
And I kind of agree with you too. Like if it's not LeBron, like I think Joker plays a monstrous role to the Nuggets as well. Like if he were to go down, I think they slip crazy. Like absolutely. Jamal Murray is nice, but Joker just does so much, man. Like you said, he has eyes in the back of his head. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, LeBron is nuts.
That is a good way to end it, though. I mean, I think that is true. We will see a different, probably MVP. Giannis hasn't been hurt, but there's not really much talk about him being MVP again because it's like
you're not going to see him for a third year. They're going to take it away somehow.
So yeah, we will see what happens with that. But yeah, I don't know. NBA is kind of interesting right now. Yep. A lot of guys out for various reasons or whatever, and just kind of.
How many more games for playoffs?
Because the playoffs start in like the middle of May. So.
Oh, it's May. Okay.
I think
still like
there's
4 more weeks.
There's like 22 more games. I think the Lakers just played their 50th. So, because I think they're 31-19 or something like that. So there should be at least around 22ish games.
So I had one small question too. I missed last week, so I know you guys probably talk about it. You did say we talked about it already.
No,
did you guys talk about the KD and the Michael Rappaport?
Oh, that was after our show.
Oh, really?
That happened, yeah.
How? Because he was on Shannon Skip today, and Shannon kind of dug a hole in him a little bit. He made him pretty much apologize. But it was just, to me, it was like, that's what KD get. That's what I got out of it, because how KD be doing. It just, you got what you reap what you sow, pretty much. But Shannon Sharp gave him no break. He was like, you shouldn't have did that. You should have called. You should have just blocked them and just talked silent to each other, or just left it alone. But for you to do that, that was wrong. He was like, oh, you right. I apologize. So I was like, wow, I was kind of.
But Michael Rappaport came out afterwards and was like, I feel bad that he's getting fined $50,000. Like, he had apologized even way before.
Oh, okay. So, and to me, if he'd been like, yeah, that's what he get, then yeah, but for him, I feel like it was sincere. But I was just wondering, because KD always does stuff, so I'm like, like, it's you get.
KD stays with all the burner accounts. He involves himself in all this stuff. And to me,
he has to say something always.
You need to get exposed for what you say, because something he said, you shouldn't have said that. So you need to get exposed for you said something like that. Even though I could say I know us, we wouldn't put it on there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just, some stuff, it has to come out some kind of way, and it came out that kind of way. So it just,
you can't call another man the C word.
Like, my thing was, though, too, like, look at who it is. Like, Michael Rappaport would love the attention, man. He's got a dope podcast going. Like, look at who he is compared to KD. Like, KD, you have way more to lose. Like, Michael Rappaport is already a comedian. He already is like more of that like edgy type thing. Like, KD, what are you doing that for? You know?
And Michael Rappaport said, I kind of agree with him. He said, I'm an emotional person. He said, that's why I'm so famous. That's why people talk to me, because I get emotional and I say stuff. You know what I'm saying? He said, if I wasn't emotional, I would be nobody. And I'm like, that's real. He said, so
that's how you know.
Yes, he said, so when I did that, I was emotional at the time. Yeah, I was kind of mad, so I did it. But he said, I kind of later calmed down, but he said, that's just who I am. I was like, that's true, because we want his opinion when he's emotional. We don't want the nice guy. So to me, I would have kept it going. I wouldn't have been apologized. I'm like, that's what he get, and I meant what I did. You know, so, but he kind of backed up. It just showed the human side of him too. You know what I'm saying? You also want to see a human side of somebody. So it just happened. But I think KD gonna be careful now, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just imagine how many people hadn't posted what he did to them, you know? So
Right. And he did say, he's all, we talk crazier than this to each other all the time. He's like, so I'm like, I don't know, but that was an interesting little story, though. Always something, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying the Nets aren't stable, you know what I'm saying? They're involving themselves in other silly stuff. So we'll see. Last things last, though, we got the Coke can today.
Hey,
it's the couch guest, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
With the pop top, refreshing Coca-Cola, you know what I'm saying?
Dang, I'm on one. I missed 2 weeks, y'all, so I'm sorry. I had one more thing that I questioned.
Okay.
What do you guys feel about the Space Jam trailer?
I like it. I love it.
I think it's trash, honestly. I think it's gonna be terrible. I'm gonna watch it though, but I always said he should have been a villain. That's just my thing. I just think he should have been a bad guy.
He needs to switch to the Monstars.
We don't want to compare you to Jordan. Now you compare Jordan again because you're a good guy. You know what I'm saying? You go and fight to bring something back. No, LeBron, like no. He should have been a bad guy with like Pat Bell should have been on his team. Draymond should have been part of the thing. Bring back DeMarcus Cousins on there. Rasheed Wallace, bring back. So that's just my thing. He should have been and show how to be a villain. Because you was a villain when you went to Miami. He should have kind of. But it was just like, I'm going to get my son. And to me, bring Bronny on there to be your son. Like he could be. You're gonna do it right. I think Bronny had to be a great actor. That kid don't seem like he was doing that much that Bronny couldn't do.
That kid's in the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie. Like, that's it.
Right, and I think it could have been on the same team balling. Like they could have been really balling together. You know what I'm saying? It shows a preview of what could happen in real life. That would have been dope if you're gonna do your son. But the way he went there, it was like, man, I didn't like the trailer. Honestly, I did like the part when the little bunny. I forgot what's her name. Lola. I should do it. She was like,
"Oh, the Dwayne Wade LeBron thing." That was probably my favorite part of the entire trailer. Obviously, so for me,
he'll have a couple moments in it, but overall, I'm kind of against it, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep an open mind, but Space Jam was already great. You don't need to do it again.
Yeah, I wonder if Kelly still. I want to get her thoughts. I know y'all into the Looney Tune cartoon. I know she'll give her opinion, but I think it's gonna be coming to America too,
which I still haven't watched.
Tells you everything. You got to go for the culture. What's wrong with you?
Do it one time for the culture.
I love Eddie too. You know.
Hey, I'm glad you said that though, Marcus. Because man, I wasn't coming to America too. It wasn't.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I watched it with too much expectation, I think, and I let myself down. I let myself down. Like I let myself down.
That's what I've been trying to tell you guys, and that's my thing. Is like that's why, like in my mind, if I don't watch it, it doesn't exist. So in my mind, I still have a perfect relationship with Coming to America.
That's
you know,
good.
I'm not trying to change
That's
so.
I like
That's a great way to end it, though. We're still gonna have to have our split off like pop culture show and keep up on these TV shows and stuff like that. But
I apologize for all these rambling, but I just wanted to, I've been gone for a while.
Man, we missed you last week, fam. We missed you last week.
Absolutely, but yes, but that was that. We got the extra everything. That was Say Like a Champ episode 84. We'll be back for 85 next week. You know what I'm saying? Another Tuesday 85. In the books.
Dang.
And that's what's up. And 85 weeks in a row. That's something, I guess. but it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Stu.
It's your girl Myra May.
And super producer Marcus. I'm changing it up this week.
Okay.